Thank you so much for this unexpected honor. I feel privileged to be included in this very accomplished group. When I look back at my years at Northwestern, it's very clear to me that I was the beneficiary of very fortunate timing along the way. Prior to 1974, the year that I graduated from high school, if you were a woman tennis player who had played at a certain level, you had to make a decision when you turned 18. You could either continue playing at that level, turn professional, and delay any further education, or you could put aside your rackets and go to college. But lucky for me, in 1972, Title IX became the law of the land, so when 74 came along, schools were beginning to fund women's athletics, and I was able to go to college on a tennis scholarship. I found that I loved everything about college tennis. I got to play my very individual sport in a team setting and be a student at the same time. It was the best of everything for me. After I graduated from school in '78, I went off to play the circuit. I turned professional, and in another stroke of good luck, I just happened to hear that the women's coaching job at Northwestern was opening up. So I decided to apply, and even though I was only 22 at the time that I interviewed, the then athletic director, John Pont, a wonderful man, was a strong advocate of women coaching women, and he took a big chance on me. I inherited a team of terrific players, some of who I'd actually competed against, and they were probably wondering what was I doing coaching their team. But they were very gracious and accepting, and we kind of figured it out together. We started to have some success. We won the Big Ten a couple times. We were ranked in the top 10 in the country for several of those years, and in a major accomplishment, our doubles team of Katrina Adams and Diane Donnelly won the NCAA doubles in 1987. And I had been told that Katrina and Diane were the first Northwestern athletes to win an NCAA title in any sport in a few decades. There are so many people to thank and who contributed to my time here. I just want to mention a couple of them. My dad, Jake Stapp, served as my assistant coach for much of my 10 years here, and I could not have done this without him. Pam James was a great friend who helped me out with all things administrative, and she ran a lot of tournaments for us, and she was just a huge help. Vandy Christie and Paul Torselli were the men's tennis coaches while I was here, and they were always great supporters of the women's team. I'll always be grateful for that. And then even though this happened after I left NU, I definitely want to talk about it. Claire Pollard has been the women's tennis coach here for 19 years. Claire took the little bit of tradition that we got going in the 80s and she turned it into a dynasty. Her teams have won a Big Ten title 16 of the last 19 years. What a run she has had. So congratulations to Claire, and thank you for the amazing job you've done with this program. And then, of course, I want to thank all the players that I had the privilege of coaching. These girls worked so hard, both on the court and in the classroom, but they never forgot to have fun along the way. And I will consider it one of life's great privileges that I got to be their coach and share in their stories. And finally, I want to share one last bit of very fortunate timing that I had here at Northwestern. I met my husband, Kevin, in class at Kellogg. It was a lucky day for me that he sat down next to me in Principles of Management. We got married in 1982, and he was always my team's #1 supporter and biggest fan, has been a great partner for 35 years. So as you can see, I owe so much to this incredible university, and will be forever grateful for the time I got to spend here at Northwestern. Thank you.